Writer's block. It's something that happens to everybody, game masters included. Sometimes you just aren't sure where to take your game, or what to plan for the next session. My solution for that is simple. Just turn the players loose. Present the setting to them and see where they take it. It's somewhat haphazard and might not work spectacularly, but it's worth trying if you've got nothing else. And if it doesn't work so well, just remember, one of the biggest differences between video game and tabletop RPGs is that a tabletop RPG can only be experienced once. So if you do poorly, you don't necessarily need to worry about somebody digging it up and experiencing it for themselves, and later talking on the internet about how awful it is. One example of this advice in action involves me being a player in a game. We were playing Vampire the Masquerade, and the GM had delayed the game because he didn't know what he wanted to do with us. Then the session, when the game resumed, the GM set up the scenario for us. Our group, who was currently at the beck and call of the Camarilla Sheriff, was supposed to meet up with him to do some more grunt work for him. One of the other characters, we'll call her Agatha since I can't remember her name, was juggling eggs that may or may not explode upon contact with a hard surface. And my character, Bobby Jones, snagged one out of the air from her. Sessions earlier, Bobby Jones had taught a bunch of kids to randomly throw glass bottles at the sheriff whenever they saw him.
Get over here, you little... No! Don't throw bottles at me. Don't throw bottles at me ever, okay? Now listen up. I want you to hit lot 423, hit it hard, okay? You guys know what flaming shit bags are? Good. Throw some of those into the mix. Got 2 big bags of chips. I'll give you one now and one when you're done. Move it out, boys.
During the meeting, the sheriff chastised Bobby Jones for this incident, and Agatha mentioned that the sheriff shot at the bottle kids once for this. And so, Bobby Jones, in a fit of rage, threw the egg at the sheriff. It exploded. And then a fight broke out, which ended in the sheriff's slaughter, since there was 5 of us and only 1 of the sheriff. And so our group brought the wrath of the entire Camarilla upon ourselves in one instant, suddenly giving the GM a lot more to work with for his next session. And all this because we were left to our own devices for 20 minutes. Mind you, one of the potential pitfalls of using this is that it only works if you have players that will act on the environment around them. It's not as useful if you have more passive players that just sort of let everything happen and don't do much besides react, if that at all. I don't have much advice for that particular scenario, short of just finding different players, but that's a topic for a different time. Anyways, with all that said, I am Erwin Schädel, and I will see you all next time.